Hi, it's Weston I, and today we're going to be looking at this awesome little thing that I picked up at the thrift store the other day. We are going to be looking at this. Now, a lot of people say that getting good quality photos and videos is not about the camera, it's about the photographer. And we're gonna put that to the test today with this little camera. This is a Canon PowerShot A590 with image stabilizer in it. Now, this camera is a very similar camera to the models I used to use when I was like 10 years old making short films. My first actual live action short film was filmed on a little Kodak EasyShare camera, very similar to this. And I used to have lots of different Canon PowerShots that I would pick up at the thrift store for really cheap. I picked this little camera up at Goodwill for about $10, and it works, and it's very similar to the cameras I used to use when I was a kid. So I get a little bit of nostalgia when I'm using this for sure. All the little sounds and the operating system on here and just everything about this, it just brings back so many memories. We're gonna take this little camera and we're gonna take it outside into the sunset, and we're gonna take it to a park, and we're gonna see if we can make a cinematic video with this thing. If you've ever wondered if you could use like a tiny little camera like this to make a cinematic video, then this is the video to watch. But we do have a problem. This camera only shoots 640 by 480 quality video at 20 frames per second. So if we want 24 frames per second, then we will have to actually speed up the video a tiny bit. So we'll see if that looks any good. The quality, not good. Color science, it's a pretty old little camera. It's not that incredible, but the dynamic range is really bad. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna color grade it. I'm gonna use all the editing skills that I've picked up over the years, and I'm gonna see if I can take this little camera and make it look cinematic. All right, let's go get the gimbal and let's see if we can actually put this thing on a gimbal. All right, here's the gimbal. There's the batteries. That should be everything I need. All right, we've got the gimbal up. Let's put the camera on. Oh, I should probably take the little strap off. When I was a kid, I actually used to swing my cameras around on these straps. Not the best idea. All right, it's off. Perfect. Now let's take it and mount it. There we go. I'll have to power it on because the lens sticks out. So if we want to actually be able to balance it, we will have to have it powered on for that. Let's see what we can do here for balancing. It's very light, so I'm not sure how well it will balance, honestly. All right, so I've pushed the gimbal to its limits and the camera won't balance. So we're gonna have to try to figure out a different way to get this thing balanced. But let me tell you, there's always a way when you have this. Gaff tape. I found this little GoPro power brick that feels decently heavy. And if I just gaff tape it like right here, I think it'll work. All right, got the brick on. Let's see what we can do for balancing the rest of this thing. All right, so got it as balanced as I can get it so far. Let's try powering it on and see what happens. Okay, it's turned on. it's working. It's pretty stable. Look at that, a Canon PowerShot. This is incredible. Imagine if I would have had one of these when I was a kid. This is so cool. Okay, I've got to go out and try this. All right, so the batteries in the camera are already dead. I'm not sure why that is. I thought I just charged these, but they're dead, it looks like. So we'll put these on the charger, and I'll grab some other batteries and load this up, and we're gonna drive out and check out the park at sunset. We're gonna see what we can do there, see what kind of shots we get with this camera. So let's go. Whoops. Alright, as you've probably been able to see, it looks interesting. It's very pixelated since we're cropped into that 2.35:1 aspect ratio to try to make it look cinematic. We're only using a little bit of the 640x480 video, and it's shot in 4:3, so that's just wonderful. We're not getting that many pixels, we're not getting hardly any dynamic range, and unfortunately, you can't change exposure manually. It's all auto exposure, which is pretty annoying. It's actually all auto everything in video mode. It does have a manual mode on the top of the dial, which is really cool, but it does not have manual mode shooting video. It's been working great on the gimbal, honestly. I mean, it's way too light, but this gimbal's been holding up pretty good, and the shots are pretty awesome, honestly. I can take like 330 minutes still of video on this thing. I've been shooting for a little while. I've got a 32GB card in there. These cameras were made back before you really could get 32GB cards, so It's a lot of video. You can take so many photos that it actually maxes out. It's like you can take 9999 photos or whatever, and that's kind of funny. I remember when I was a kid, I used to just have a 2 gigabyte SD card. Actually, I started with a 512 megabyte SD card. Then I got my 2 gigabyte SD card, and I was like, whoa, this is amazing. And now I shoot on 128 gig cards all the time, and it's like nothing. Like in this camera right here, right now, there's a 128 gigabyte Lexar card in there, and it fills up pretty quick when you're shooting 4K video and lots of high quality photos. All right, I think I've got enough footage now, so I'm gonna head back home. See you at the office. All right, we're back in the office, and I'm gonna get going on editing this video, and we're gonna see how it looks. All right, so this is obviously not a professional camera. This was like $10 from Goodwill. The price isn't the reason it's bad. The age and price point that it was years ago was bad. This camera was made back in 2007 or 2008, and it's just a point and shoot camera, but it's an old point and shoot camera. Like today, point and shoot cameras, some of them are pretty good. This one, it's okay for photos. It's not super good for videos, as you saw in the cinematic montage. It's cool. It's kind of interesting. It's a cool experiment, but yeah, this camera is definitely not usable even for YouTube. But that's just for video. This little camera is actually a pretty capable photography camera. So next time this camera is on the channel, we're going to be testing to find out if this could replace my Sony a6300 or my iPhone SE2 in a photography battle. So we're going to take photos with the Sony, we're going to take photos with the Canon PowerShot, and we're going to take photos with my iPhone, and we're going to see which ones look better. So stay tuned for that video. It's going to be pretty awesome. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and comment down below to let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Missed. Aw, come on. I've just got to climb this thing. Whoa, so hard.